Ladies and gentlemen, back BJ94 here. We're for the Go Home Show Monday Nitro, week 2 of January here in 2002. We're in Las Vegas in front of about 3,000 people, and we're opening the show with the Outsiders, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, coming down to the ring. And they are saying that the Outsiders are back and that Kevin Nash had to call his best friend back to help him out in this situation. And Scott Hall obviously obliged to that. And the Outsiders have laid down the gauntlet and challenged the two masked men to show up tonight in the main event to face off against them. Kevin Nash then grabs the mic and says, "Don't you worry though, Booker T. On Sunday I will become the WCW champion and defeat you. Whether I have to go through you, the two masked men, whoever else I have to go through, I will be WCW champion." So we have a 69 rating here out of the Outsiders to open the show, and we get a good main event out of this opening. Hopefully the main event will be a decent match to go on as a go-home show, but we'll see, I guess. And two storylines advance, so that's good news. Okay, 7:20 when Sean O'Haire pins Kid Cash with a reverse DVD. Scott Taylor at 50, O'Haire at 53, Noble at 58, Kid Cash at 56. Jamie Noble hinted at a face turn, which is slowly coming potentially, or he might just be on his own. We don't really know yet. And Sean O'Haire and Scott Taylor showed excellent chemistry teaming together. Okay. 55 rating, solid opening matchup. Gets two of our mid-card tag teams together in a match here, and kind of goes forward. So I'll take that. 55 rating, that's not bad at all. In post-match, Jamie Noble and Kid Cash are kind of arguing as ZeroCool celebrate up as they go up the ramp, slowly hinting that Jamie Noble and Kid Cash will no longer be teaming going forward at some point. I want to get Jamie Noble on his own, because he's just too good of an in-ring worker to be stuck in a tag team, in my opinion. Backstage promo, Shane Helms talks about defending the TV championship for the first time ever against Rhino, talking about how the Cruiserweight Championship became the TV Championship, and that whether it's called the Cruiserweight, the TV, the North American, he doesn't care what it's called. He will defend that championship wherever and whenever he has to. And he's looking forward to eventually using this championship to launch him into the WCW Championship realm and becoming a star here in World Championship Wrestling. And he doesn't care that now he no longer has to face just cruiserweights, but he has to face all comers. 58 rating out of Shane Helms here. Solid match and a decent match. Rhino defeats Shane Helms in 12:54 by pinfall with a gore. Rhino wins the WCW Television Championship. Rhino at 62, Shane Helms at 66. Announcing lifted the match, and the match got the crowd hotter with a 59. I went back and forth on this situation. I wanted to do a title switch right off the bat, as Shane Helms will be slowly moving on to the next project that I have going for him, and Rhino finally gets that elevation that he needed here. He's been kind of just floating since we started, and now we're going to start Rhino's slowly ascension up the card, and putting him in prominent programs. So good stuff here, 59 rating. The TV Championship is only defended on TV, by the way. It is not defended on pay-per-views. And post-match, Rhino obviously wins the WCW Television Championship. Shane Helms looks just defeated as he sits on the outside of the ring, just, obviously emotionally distraught that he just lost his championship, and his hopes of hopefully using that championship to get to the WCW title have now gone down the drain as Rhino defeated him. 60 rating there. Oh, this is terrible. Pinpoint, come down to the ring and call out Chronic and tell them that if they're not going to fight and show up when they want to actually, when it's face-to-face and not just attack from behind, we'll face off against you guys this Sunday if you guys are man enough to show up at Sold Out, and we'll see who really is the more dominant tag team. See, while you guys have been gone for the past year, we've been dominating this tag team division here in WCW, and that's not going to change this Sunday. So 44 rating there on a Pinpoint. Not great, but we'll take it. And they do come out, and they do accept the challenge as they attack them from behind yet again, and lay down the gauntlet for the match on Sunday. 53 rating there, a little bit better. Little tag team feud here to get Pinpoint away from the tag team championships. Alright, and about to have good heat and decent wrestling. Buff Bagwell defeats Lance Storm in 12:57 with using ropes for leverage. Storm at 64, Buff at 49. No, they didn't click. That's okay. Announcing quality was good. Buff and Buff and Don Marino are a great pairing, and Lance Storm had a great move. And the match got the crowd hotter. 57 rating. Wish this was a better rating if they would have clicked, but that's okay. Ultimately gets Buff the win. Storm, like I said, is looking to find his place going forward, and Buff Bagwell is pushing towards that United States Championship match. Rob Van Dam comes out on stage and says that Buff Bagwell better have something better than what he just showed against Lance Storm on Sunday, because it showed that Buff Bagwell could barely hang with a guy like Lance Storm, who is a great competitor, but he is not Mr. Pay-Per-View Rob Van Dam. 65 rating there, as obviously Buff Bagwell is annoyed at Rob Van Dam saying that he's not equal, and that Rob Van Dam is just strictly the better wrestler. And we have a segment as Eric Bischoff and Stacy Keibler are talking in their office. And Stacy Keibler said that she has brought a new signing to WCW who is from our developmental in the young name of Frankie Kazarian, saying that Frankie Kazarian is a young high flyer who's only 22 years of age and that he deserves a shot here in WCW. Bischoff likes the idea as Chavo Guerrero walks in, saying that, oh, this is the new guy here in World Championship Wrestling. This is your new prize project. Well, let's see it, Kazarian. Let's see if you can hang with someone like me right now in the ring. So we have an impromptu match with the debuting Frankie Kazarian. We decided to move him up from developmental. He is going to be a babyface, and he is facing Chavo Guerrero tonight. So let's see how this goes. 53 rating, not bad segment. Okay. Frankie Kazarian in a decent match defeats Chavo Guerrero in 7 minutes with a fast roll-up. Kazarian a 48, Chavo a 61. Frankie seemed off his game a little, but that's cool. 56 rating, solid debut. He kind of shocks Chavo here with the roll-up and obviously gets the upset victory. Kazarian is officially on the main roster, and it looks like, as you can read below, you're seeing that Frankie and Chavo's storyline has advanced. They're going to have a little TV feud going on to get Kazarian acclimated to the show and hopefully move him forward. And just kind of go from there and see what we can do with Kazarian and kind of how we can hype him up on the card and slowly start bringing in some new talent here in 2002. Abyss and Mitchell cut a backstage promo daring Lex Luger to show his face this Sunday against the monster Abyss, and that Lex Luger has no chance against Mitchell's monster. 49 rating there. In a decent match, Abyss defeats Billy Kidman in 7 minutes with a black hole slam. Abyss sustained a neck strain. Okay, Abyss gets a 57, Kidman a 55, announcing quality lift in the match, and a 46 rating. Awesome. Little injury for Abyss here, but that's cool. 46 rating, Kidman unfortunately takes the loss again. Terrible match rating. I don't know what killed this. But Abyss gets the win. Yeah, we'll look into that neck strain situation. And post-match, Lex Luger hits the ring, clears Abyss from it as Abyss bails, and accepts the challenge to face Abyss this Sunday. And we got a new gimmick for Lex here. He is now a babyface, like we talked about, and he is going to be now a show stealer gimmick. Very good, I'll take that. Perfect. Good. Lex is now a babyface, facing off against Abyss on Sunday, so we'll see how that match goes. I'm very interested to see that rating. But Lex was kind of running his course as a heel, and he was with Lex for a while, with Buff, and it just wasn't needed anymore. And Lex is going to be the kind of that guy who's the helpful guy to get more heels to the next level. So that's what his role is going to be going forward. Goldberg comes down to the ring, cuts a promo talking about how he is going to take down the former WCW champion Scott Steiner in their no-holds-barred match, and that he is going to physically make sure that Scott Steiner is not a thorn in his side ever again, as he is going to take down Steiner and then make his way towards the WCW Championship. 71 rating on a bill. He gets interrupted, though, obviously, by Steiner, and Steiner doesn't even talk. He just hits the ring, and the brawl ensues. It takes multiple security guards, police officers, referees, agents to hold these two monsters back from each other, as they are going to collide one more time on Sunday at Sold Out, where no holds barred, and there's no rules, just one winner and one pinfall victory. 76 rating there. Good stuff out of these two. In a decent match, Mike Awesome defeats Reagan Gonzalez at 8:31 with an awesome bomb. Mike Awesome at 64, Reagan Gonzalez at 54. Advances the storyline, and the announcing quality lifted the match. 63 rating overall in the match. This was the next step for Mike Awesome to get his hands on Little Guido for this Sunday. He went through crazy last week, and now he had to beat Rey Gonzalez, and he looks like he earned his match against Guido on Sunday. Post-match, however, it is 3-on-1, and Mike Awesome just subdues to the numbers as Little Guido stands tall on a beaten Mike Awesome, saying that this Sunday you've made the biggest mistake of your life. Facing off against me, you may have beaten the militia one-on-one, but you can't beat all three of us. And this Sunday I'm going to prove one more time that Guido is the leader of the militia. 57 rating there, so this is just kind of making Guido be the slimy, mafia kind of heel here, as he's going up against the big monster Mike Awesome. I'll be honest, I don't have a finish for this match on Sunday yet, so we'll see how I come up with that. 57 rating there. Alright, and about that, good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Chris Kanyon defeats Christopher Daniels in 8:45 with a flatliner. Kanyon a 72, Daniels a 58, and they have pretty good chemistry, so that's nice. 68 rating on the match, solid segment overall. Kanyon gets a much needed win, and Daniels gets featured, but unfortunately does take the loss here. We will be finding something for Daniels very shortly moving forward, and looking forward to that. Post-match, Rey Mysterio comes down on the stage and says, Kanyon, you got one win, I got one win. Let's end this on Sunday in a 2-out-of-3 falls match, winner takes all. Kanyon accepts, and we have another big match made for Sold Out between two stars here in WCW, as Rey Mysterio and Chris Kanyon will go at it in a best-out-of-3 falls match. Looking very forward to that match, because it's going to be pretty epic, I think, personally. And a 70 rating on Mysterio there, so good stuff. We have in the office, Bischoff walks up to the Road Warriors, congratulates them on winning the WCW Tag Team Championships, and it's an honor to have them as the champions. Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow come in freaking out that they feel like they were screwed over last week, and that Stacy and Bischoff are trying to calm them down. And the Road Warriors obviously step in, and the Road Warriors say, if you want a shot, we got you on Sunday. Let's do it one more time for the tag team titles. Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow are obviously happy about that, but they are still very pissed off. And the match has been made, so the rematch will happen on Sunday. So good stuff there. Didn't have to have anybody wrestle here, which was good. And we got to the match announcement that we needed. 69 rating there. And in our main event, and about that had great heat and decent wrestling, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, the Outsiders, defeat the Masked Men in 10 minutes when Kevin Nash pins Masked Man 2 with the Jackknife Powerbomb. Scott Hall is 62, Nash is 69, Masked Man 2 is 60, Masked Man 1 is 46. The Masked Men have obviously excellent chemistry, and we got a 65 rating, so I think that's a solid match for the main event, I think. The Outsiders do get the win. However, post-match, the Masked Men do attack Scott Hall from behind, as Booker T hits Kevin Nash with the belt from behind, and Booker T hits the scissors kick on Nash, holds up the championship as the Masked Men powerbomb Scott Hall through a table and stand tall. 71 rating there to end the show. So Booker T and Nash are obviously facing off on Sunday. Scott Hall will be in his corner, but man, this is going to be a fun main event to book on Sunday for sure. I don't know what we're going to get for a rating here. I know it should be better than the last one, because I definitely was on top of things when it came to the percentages. So let's see. And we got a 67. We did increase our popularity in 21 regions, so I'm okay with that. Overall, I think a solid show. We would have gained popularity in 7 Canada regions, but obviously we don't have the coverage there, which I finally figured out how that works. And then the one popularity in Japan, but that's cool. Overall, I think a solid go-home show for Sold Out. Sold Out's going to be a very good show. We got to look into some stuff here with Abyss and kind of going forward, but I think this is going to be a good comprehension of kind of what we're thinking for the beginning of 2002 here, and through the winter and the spring and going forward into the next part. hopefully you did like the video though, and you enjoying the series, because if you're watching, obviously you are. So make sure you are liking, comment, channel. We're just gonna keep pushing these out as much as possible until I get to the point where the computer breaks and we have to start a new save, or it is what it is at that point. But we'll see you on the next one for Sold Out, hopefully coming to you very shortly.